All right, starting off, we want to make sure that we've installed into our org. You should have gotten a package ID, or if you go to the App Exchange, you'll be able to find it via the Get Now button. This assumes you've already installed it into your org. At that point, we want to go ahead and ensure that our user is set up with the proper permission sets. So we will go to our user record. All right, this is my user. Now from here, we're going to go to permission set assignments. We're going to edit assignments, and we're going to ensure that we have the RenderDraw admin permission set assigned here. Additionally, you can put the RenderDraw user permission set if you would like as well, but the admin actually takes over on both of those. The difference between these two is the RenderDraw admin permission set allows you to actually administer the RenderDraw settings. So when we start talking about relationships between objects and your renderings, that's going to be the user type that you're going to need, and the profile assignment you're going to need in order to administer those. So then RenderDraw user is actually going to be an underlying user within your org or a customer within a communities that actually gets to see the rendering, but they don't get to change the settings within the metadata within the Salesforce org. So we will save this. All right, now that we have the permission set installed, we can go to our Lightning applications here. You'll see the RenderDraw Settings Manager application available to you. Before we do that, we want to ensure that we have the CSP site set up. Get started with the administration of the RenderDraw application. We want to go and set up our destination endpoint as a CSP trusted site. So this is going to be the server that you're going to be calling into in order to view those renderings or drawings. So wherever you have your STL files or your OBJ files installed, we want to make a connection to that site. In order to do that, we need to set up as a trusted site. So for us, we'll push new trusted site, put whatever you want in there for the description. And this is going to be the endpoint that we're going to be hitting as part of the URL scheme that we're going to be calling in order to get the rendering back. So make sure that that's going to be whatever your URL that you're actually calling out to where you're hosting your drawings. Files.renderdraw.us, and we're good to go there. What we'll do then is go to our administration via the Lightning app. Now here, this is actually where we're going to be administering the settings within the RenderDraw application. And really now breaking this down, settings is kind of the overarching RenderDraw settings. And if we view the details of this, you can see really the overall what we're doing here. The base URL is what we're going to be calling in order to get the 3D rendering files. So if you watch the CSP function or CSP portion of these videos, you know, files.renderdraw.us was what we set up as the CSP site. Basically, this is going to be the base URL of where we're going to be calling. So we're always going to be calling renderings/public, and then the rest of the URL is going to be populated based off of the object. There's also a relationship between a control and a light setting. Controls are how the users are going to be able to interact with the underlying drawing. So if you want to be able to pan in a certain way with a certain camera, that's going to be under controls. And then lights are going to be the default spotlight, both color and what type of light. And you can see here when we select this, we can take a look at this one. Is going to be an arc. It is the default, and it's labeled as default arc control. And then the light setting is going to be same. The default color, the point light setting, it is default. So this is out of the box settings. You can remove these if you'd like, or you can go and add additional settings if you'd like on top of this. Just kind of as a base relationship. So if you need to call multiple endpoints or something like that, you could make an individual RenderDraw setting for each one of those. So then control and light settings, again, when we jump into what these settings look like, this is going to be the definition of how users are going to be controlling the 3D objects, and what they're going to look like in terms of the light that's being shined on them. More importantly, probably is the object relationship settings, and this is where the underlying RenderDraw settings are related to whatever entity that you're going to be utilizing. So for the default, we have a product relationship, and if we take a look at that, basically it breaks down what the product object is looking for in terms of how we parse out this rendering. So basically what we're looking for is individual fields or strings that we can concatenate together in order to make a call out to your server and then pull back those results securely. All right, about RenderDraw, if you want to give us feedback, if you want to drop a feature request, you can do that here. But let's go ahead and get on over to actually adding components and viewing those components in 3D here. So for us, our default relationship is on the product record. What we'll do is add a couple products, and then from those products, we'll go ahead and pull back the individual settings for, or individual renderings for that.